Hey guys, LC Comics here, and today I just wanted to do a short little video, just talking about my opinions on Valiant's newly announced series. It's four different. It's called Valiant Beyond. Basically, they've announced 4 different series that are going to be releasing towards the end of 2018 and beginning of 2019. I thought I'd just go through each of them and just talk about them a little bit and what I think about them. So yeah, because I don't talk about Valiant enough. Clearly, that's a joke. I talk about Valiant a lot. So the first one they have listed for a September 2018 release, is Faith Dreamside. So this is a limited series, so a mini series. By writer Jody Hauser and artist MJ Kim. They've both worked on Faith things before. Jody Hauser writing the Faith solo series, and MJ Kim doing the art on Faith's Winter Wonderland special. My first reaction when seeing this was, do we really need another Faith series? I can't speak. Obviously we've had Faith, the series. We had Faith in the Future Force, we had Faith's Winter Wonderland special, and personally I feel like, I'm not a huge fan of the character. I don't dislike her. I think she works well when interacting with slightly darker characters like the Renegades. However, on her own, I'm not a big fan of her. So I do feel like, having another Faith series does kind of take away from having, another series of another character like Eternal Warrior or Savage or someone that maybe fans would like to see more from. However, one of those characters may also be Dr. Mirage, and it's looking like from the cover that she's going to play quite a big part in this series, which is pretty cool. I think if it's what I'm thinking it is, which would be like an adventure in the dream side with Faith and Dr. Mirage, I think it would have been cool if both of their names were in the title to make that a lot clearer. Obviously, we'll find out in September if that is the case. In the description, it does say something about Dr. Mirage. Yeah, it says, and she'll need some help from the world's premier parapsychologist, Dr. Mirage. It does sound like Dr. Mirage is going to be a big part of the series. However, they haven't put her name in the title, which is slightly disappointing, because there's not much of Dr. Mirage. There's the 2 miniseries, and she appears a little bit in Shadowman. At least as far as I know, that's it. So when I first saw this, I was quite against it, but reading into it a bit more, basically they have to go help Animalia because she's being terrorized in the dream side. Looking into it a little bit more, I am less against it. It is the series out of the 4 announced that I am least looking forward to. But, I'm going to read it anyway because it's Valiant. So next up is Bloodshot Rising Spirit. So this is coming after this coming in November. This is the only one of these series that's an ongoing series. This is to essentially replace Bloodshot Salvation, which is Lemire's run. That's ending at issue 12. I think Lemire said that he basically ran out of ideas, and he's not going to be doing it if he doesn't have any ideas. And I think he said, I might be making this up, but I think he said that if he has any good ideas for the character, he may come back. But for now, you've got Lonnie Nadler and Zach Thompson, I think that's their names, writing it with art by Ken Lashley. And this is to, I believe, to have something of Bloodshot ongoing, because so basically I'm going to go off on a little tangent. So 2 of the series are Bloodshot Rising Spirit and Livewire. And I think they are they specifically putting these out because obviously Bloodshot the film starts going into production next month in July. That starts filming in July. So that's, I believe that's slated for a spring 2019 release. And with this starting in November, you know, by spring this will be like 4 or 5 issues in, and it could, you know, people might see the film and be like, oh, I want to see more of Bloodshot, and this should be where they start. Whereas if they didn't have a Bloodshot series going, business-wise, that wouldn't make sense. And again, with Livewire, you know, firstly, I'm kind of jumping ahead. You know what? I'll come back to Livewire. Yeah, Bloodshot. Basically, they're retelling his origin, which I don't completely agree with, because, you know, they've told his origin a few times. I feel like with Bloodshot, Reborn and Bloodshot Salvation, tell a story going forward. Don't tell an origin story, basically. But, you know, they might do something really cool with it. I don't know. I like Bloodshot as a character, so I am quite excited to see what they do with this. So this is actually the one I'm second most looking forward to. You know, I've heard that Lonnie Nadler or Nadler, I don't know, and Zach Thompson are both good writers. I read the Free Comic Day issue of Relay, which I believe Zach Thompson had a part of, and that was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad by any stretch. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this. You know, it looks pretty good. The cover looks quite cool. Bloodshot looks huge, but yeah, so that's pretty cool, and it's the only ongoing out of these that have been announced. So next up we got Livewire, which is a limited series, so a mini-series, basically based on the fallout of Harbinger Wars 2, as she plays a huge part in that. It's written by Vita Ayala, I'm not quite sure how to say that, and art by Raoul Allen and Patricia Martin, the couple that worked on Secret Weapons and the Harbinger Wars 2 Prelude. Firstly, I don't know why it took Valiant so long to give Livewire her own series. I think she should have her own ongoing series. I'm a big fan of the character. This is the book that I'm most excited for. You know, Raoul Allen and Patricia Martin have proved that they work great together on books like Secret Weapons and Harbinger Wars 2 Prelude. So that's pretty cool. I don't know much about Vita Ayala. But, you know, hopefully she does something good with it. I'm quite excited for this. I don't have much more to say than this. Oh, okay, yes I do. Back to the point I made about Bloodshot and the fact that they'd want to have a series going when the film comes out. Again, with Livewire, I believe because, you know, Bloodshot's going into production now, I believe that Harbinger will be close to follow. And the screenplay writer, Eric Heiserer, has said that, you know, he really loves the character of Livewire, and that's why he wrote Secret Weapons, and, you know, he's written quite heavily into the Harbinger script, so I feel like they'd want a Livewire series out for when that comes out, so that if people really like that character, they can go and find a series that's just about that character. Now, last up, and the most vague of the 4 series, is Incursion, written by Andy Diggle and art by Doug Braithwaite. Now, when I first saw the cover for this, and I didn't have any idea what it was about, I had 2 theories. One was that it was, you know, to do with Shadowman quite heavily. You know, he's being written by Andy Diggle. It looks, from the cover, it looks like it's quite dark and could be something to do with Shadowman. So my theory was that it was like some sort of event to do with Shadowman. And then my second theory was based on the artwork alone. I thought it looked like it could possibly be like some sort of sequel / spin-off to Divinity and Eternity. But when I then want to read it, it's a limited event series, so it is an event, and it's written by Andy Diggle, art by Doug Braithwaite, both great creators, and it's an event essentially that seems to be focused around Shadowman, as it's about a alternate monster universe, alien universe type thing. Their dead side starts crossing over with our own, and their world starts trying to merge with ours, I believe. It sounds odd but interesting, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about it and learning a bit more about it and seeing what it's actually about. So yeah, that comes out in February 2019, and I don't know if I said it for Livewire, but that comes out in December 2018. Well, that's when it starts anyway. To summarise, the only ongoing series is Bloodshot Rising Spirit. You got 2 mini-series, Livewire and Faith Dreamside, and then the event series, Incursion. You know, I think it'd be pretty cool to have an event focused around Shadowman. I like Shadowman, and he doesn't really cross over that much, so it'd be cool to see that. But yeah, you know, I'm kind of excited for this. You know, I'm. It's cool that they've announced more series to be coming out, and I assume this means they're not going to be cancelling series like Quantum and Woody and Exo Manowar and Ninja K anytime soon. And you know, maybe they'll choose to do another like Harbinger series and another Archer and Armstrong series sometime like mid next year. But you know, we'll find out when the time comes. But for now, I'm quite happy with this. I think this is cool, and you know, I'm excited to see that they're doing things with these characters and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe if you are new and you like comic related content, and you know, if you want to buy any Valiant trades or anything like that, affiliate link in the description. And you know, if you're interested in Funko Pop figures at all, I also have a link down there for Pop in a Box, so if you use that as well, you get 20% off on your first purchase. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.